Now we will discuss some basic principles of experimental design. Recall that when we're going to run an experiment, we ask people to volunteer to be part of that experiment. Because of this, we are not getting a random sample from the population. This means that we need to then take those that volunteer to be part of our study, or our subjects, and randomly assign them to be at different levels of the explanatory variable. This is called randomization. Or a randomization method. We will discuss a few ways to do randomization of our subjects. The reason for doing this is because we want the groups to be approximately the same in all regards, except for perhaps the explanatory variable. By doing this, we ensure that we don't have things like the Facebook example saw where perhaps graduate students versus undergraduates were causing a difference, or perhaps STEM students versus non-STEM students were causing a difference. Our next definition is control. Control is the absence of treatment, or some baseline or reference condition that's used for comparison in a comparative experiment. We can't see how well something's doing if we don't know where it should have started from, so we need a control in order to find that value. In order to have control, then, we need to have a group of people in our study that are being controlled, so we call them a control group. And again, it's just the members of our study, or the subjects in our study, that are serving as our baseline for our comparative experiment. Lastly, we have a placebo. A placebo is a fake treatment, which could be a pill or a procedure, which seems a lot like a treatment, but it's actually not. What this does is it tricks the mind into thinking that a person is getting treatment even though they aren't. And the reason that we would want that is because if you know you're not getting treatment, then you know you're not going to get better, and then you would make a very poor control group. One thing to keep in mind is that a placebo could be a sugar pill or procedure, or in the case of a medical study, they have to use the old pill to see if the people are getting better compared to the new pill that they're trying to design.